Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of TarotCelebritea with your boy Ducky. Today, we are going to be doing a reading for Lisa from Blackpink and Mingyu from 17. Um, so, there are rumors apparently that they are dating. Whoa, spicy. As y'all know, I like to go into these videos without knowing much about these people so I can give you as much of an unbiased reading as I can, and I just go based off of my intuition and the meanings of the cards. So please remember to take these videos with a grain of salt, and remember that these videos are for entertainment purposes. And why is that, you may ask? Well, that is because we do not have Lisa, nor do we have Mingyu from here to confirm nor deny that what I'm seeing in the cards or how I'm interpreting the cards, whether it resonates with them or not, we just don't know for sure. So if I can shuffle these cards a little bit better, we're gonna get started. There we go. Okay. So I see here Google saying they've been seen interacting at events and sharing fun moments together. Wow. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what their combined energy is like for starters. I tend to like to start some videos that way. Most of them usually. So, wow, we got the 8 of Shields. So this is very promising. The suit of shields in this deck is wands, and the suit of wands is all about fire. It's all about our passions, our desires, what we want to accomplish. Okay, and of, uh, the 8 of Wands is a very fast-moving card. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of movement going on. So, what is their combined energy like? I'm thinking it's very creative. It's very fiery. They move very well together in the same direction. It's like I feel like they have the same type of ambitious drive towards accomplishing goals, and maybe that's why they like to hang out with one another, because they motivate each other to propel each other to work towards their goals. So that is beautiful. What a beautiful way to start this reading. Whoa. Okay. So now let's get to, are these two dating? Y'all know I don't really like to delve into these types of questions about dating and personal relationships, but I do still try and draw a card or so to see. So let's see, are these two dating? Wow. We got the 5 of Love, the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is telling me I don't think that maybe they are like a couple or they are dating, but if they wanted to, or if they do, I see some good promise here, because the 5 of Cups normally talks about sorrow and kind of focusing more on the negatives than the positives. But this card came in reverse. So for those of you that are kind of like wishing well for Lisa and Mingyu, it seems with this one card, there's a very good possibility that these two may be going out, or maybe they're entertaining that idea just because they do work very well together. I mean, wow, I'm just noticing two people here, and look at this connection. Like they're looking in each other's eyes. She's holding on to this shield. She's gonna protect Mingyu. Lisa would protect Mingyu, and Mingyu just looks for Lisa for like that final confirmation. Like, should we do this? Should we not do this? Is this a good project? Is this a good career move? And so I feel like they really do rely on each other for making, not for making decisions for one another, but helping each other gain more clarity on what decisions to make regarding their ambitions, their goals. So, for those of you that are wondering, are these two dating? I would say no, but if they are, it's probably in the beginning stages where they're like maybe they are choosing to focus on like, wow, we do work well together. You know how sometimes there are some friendships that blossom into relationships, but it takes that kind of step or that realization to be like, what is this feeling like? I know we work well together. Is this what love can be like, or is this what a healthy relationship would look like, where we just things we yes, negative things still happen in life, but we still kind of look towards the positives. We still choose to see the upside, the positive side of things, rather than dwelling on the negatives. So, yeah, I'm just getting some really good energy from this. Like, not me wanting to cry. I don't know. I've been so emotional lately, but I feel like, woo, whoa, why do I want to cry? I think, yeah, I think these two, maybe they've been friends for a while, and maybe they're just realizing, like, wow, like, could there be something more than friendship here? So, for those of you that are wondering, or and maybe you do see that there is some kind of like spark here, there is some kind of like camaraderie, there's some kind of great companionship here. Um, where, yeah, if they do decide to go out and start dating, I think it would go well. But of course, we are all the writers of our own lives, and so that's up to Lisa and Mingyu to decide for themselves and no one else. So that's why I don't really like to dive too much into love, or anything like that, just because I want us all to remember that these are other people's lives we are kind of peeking into. And so we do want to respect other people's personal lives. And so that's why I kind of try and balance or teeter along the sides of giving y'all the celebrity, but also not giving out too much to where it feels a little bit invasive and it feels like I am not respecting other people's boundaries or lives or information based off of the cards I'm seeing. But yeah, I see some great promise here. And I'm just gonna pick this card at the bottom of the deck. We got Eclairement de Foi, the Empress. So there is a lot of abundance here. If they do decide to get into a relationship or if they do decide to date, I see it being very fruitful and very abundant. And as I've mentioned in the past, if you've watched previous videos, major arcana cards, this is the third major arcana card, or I guess the fourth one because the zero is the fool. So this would be the fourth. Yeah. The Empress is just all about abundance, and major arcana cards represent very big, pivotal, important chapters in our lives. So if they do decide to start dating, or maybe if they are already dating, I feel like it's going to be something big in a very fruitful, abundant, nurturing type of way. So, whoa, that is good news for any of y'all that are shipping this couple. If anyone still says shipping, they probably don't. But if anyone really is hoping to hear good news out of these two, I see some good promise here, and that's all I'm gonna leave it at. So, um, let's finish off this video here with just some unwarranted advice for these two. Just because I feel like these two do work very well together. They're very ambitious, they're very goal oriented, they're driven. Um, yeah, so let's just give some beautiful unwarranted ducky advice that nobody asked for, but I'm gonna give it anyway, just because if you're anything like me, you like to get the tea on things. You like to figure out what the problem is, but then eventually you want to solve those problems and overcome hurdles so you can continue leveling up and living your best life. So let's see. I'm just gonna draw one tarot card and one oracle card as unwarranted ducky advice. Yes. Okay, we got the Page of Wisdom, the Squire of Wisdom, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, with the right whale. The right whale, y'all. The right. It ain't the wrong whale. Oh, can I? Oh, sorry. There we go. The right whale. The pathway to a dream is one of a sacrifice. There we go. The pathway to a dream is one of sacrifice. We got 41 adds up to 5, which can talk about some challenges, but these are like challenges that are very well needed that will help us level up. So the right whale, I'm thinking, this ain't no wrong whale. I think for the advice for them too is to not now is not the time for them to be insecure or to downplay their accomplishments or to not feel as proud of their accomplishments as they should. Because the Page of Pentacles is it's a younger card, right? Normally, the Page of Pentacles can talk about, in a lot of most tarot artworks, it'll be someone holding onto a coin and they're kind of looking at the coin, pondering, kind of maybe thinking about the value of this coin. um and this card came in reverse, so I'm getting the sense that right now is not the time for Lisa nor Mingyu to really become insecure about their self-value, their self-worth, what they bring to the table. um yeah, wow. So the pathway to a dream is one of sacrifice. So you know um because we are kind of focusing on them, and if there's potential for a relationship here, relationships always require some kind of compromise, some kind of sacrifice, right? Sometimes maybe that's why I'm still single, is that I'm still learning, how to sacrifice some of my independence for being with someone. And the advice for them is, if they really want to challenge themselves, they have to know that some things that they most dream about, some things that they really want in life, may require some type of sacrifice, where maybe you have to sacrifice not doing as many tours, or not making as many stops on a tour, so that you can see your loved ones or someone that you're dating. Wow, wink wink, nudge nudge. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like, if they really want to make things work, now is not the time to become insecure about, like, oh, well, what can I bring to the table? What can I offer in a relationship? What can I offer in a friendship? Now is not the time for that, because both of them are, again, are very self-driven and motivated and ambitious. Like, they're very fiery, they're very quick-witted, and so now is not the time to kind of become reclusive and hide back in your shell. Now is the time to maybe step up to some challenges and figure out that if you really want something that you're dreaming towards. And speaking from my experience, one of my biggest dreams is to find love, to find true, love, where, we will give up some of our independence, we will give up some of our free time in order to see one another. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for them, is if they really do want to make things work, um, the cards are showing good promise. But I think there's still some type of sacrifice that's needed here, where maybe they just need to not go and do as many public events. Maybe they don't, as I mentioned a little bit prior, if they're on tour, maybe next time to not make as many stops on the tour, or invite the person that you want with you to be with you in some of these events. There's going to be some compromise here, which is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I can imagine it's an even more difficult challenge to compromise whenever you're a celebrity and you're in the limelight and you're very busy, you're booked and blessed. It's a little bit harder to make compromises and to meet in the middle. But I think if the two of them really want to make this happen, the cards are showing promise, y'all. So that's all I'm saying. And as I mentioned before, if they're not dating right now, maybe they're still friends and they're just focusing on the positives. But maybe they're just like, wow, this is a really good friendship. Could this be more? Whoa, can we explore more? And if they do decide to explore in deepening their friendship into something more romantic, I see a lot of abundance, a lot of fruitfulness, a lot of caring, nurturing energy here. So that's all I'm seeing here. Let me know what you thought of this reading. Based off of when I googled Lisa and Mingyu, the only paragraph I read is that they have a friendly, playful relationship, often seen interacting at events and sharing fun moments. Their chemistry and shared performance have captured the attentions of fans. So yeah, they do have great chemistry together. So the cards show promise, based off of kind of what I'm feeling intuitively and the meanings of the cards. So let me know what you think. If you have any other requests of other types of readings you would like for me to do, please let me know. I'm a Gemini. Happy Gemini season, y'all. So I would also appreciate if you want for to do readings on other people that I don't really do readings on normally, just to change it up. I love I love always changing it up. So yeah, I'm always open to making more videos for y'all. I can't guarantee that I can make every requested video, but I can definitely try to make as many as I can. And remember to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. It motivates me to keep on doing these videos for y'all. And remember to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, sexually, and financially. Love and respect yourselves and others as best as you can. And as always, stay hydrated. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.